and welcome to ZapQuote. The purpose of today's video is to just give you a quick general walkthrough all our tabs and buttons today. Let us start off on the left hand side. We have projects, customers, toolbox templates, quotes. Down the bottom here, these are our account details, subscription details, log out. Across the top we have help. In here you will also find our shortcut keys, video walkthrough, various help videos. So let us start over here with projects. We have current projects. If I click this tab here, this will go to archived projects. These will be old projects we're no longer working on, active projects, projects we are working on. This tab over here is new projects. If we want to start a new project, we will click that. Over here, if I click on that, a sidebar will come across, and at this point we can either open the project, review the toolbox that is associated with that particular project, and we can edit the project here. We can archive it, duplicate it, delete it, save changes. Let us move on now to Toolbox Templates. Toolbox Templates is where we would pre-set up toolboxes that we would use for future projects. So over here I've set up one that would specifically be for an electrical project. So across the top we have, this is our toolbox. Here we go, these are the details. That's the template name. We can put a description in there, archive it, delete it, save it. In the toolbox here you can see we have our power icons, we have fire icons, switching, lighting, AV supply, and security icons that we can use. Here is our toolbox over on the right hand side. So if we want an icon in our toolbox, we just drop it in there. And you'll see there it is, it's appeared at the bottom. If you do not want it, we can delete it. We can edit it, it will come across, and we can change various items that we want, update it, close it. If you have a look over here, we have add mode. We are currently in add mode. We can go into edit mode. Edit mode is a much faster way of editing all our icons all in one go. We can just click, tab across, click, put in references, makes, models, go to the next one, go to the next one, change. So we can change things very fast, and also we can have a quick scan through to make sure that the prices that we're putting into this toolbox we're happy with. One thing for you to note at this point here is if we leave the price to supply as a 0, on your quote it will come up as client supply. So if there's a 0, it's very clear to the client that the client will be supplying that item. So in this case, a car charger, the client is supplying their own car charger, and the price to install, let's say, is £500. The other thing to note at this point here is when we are adding this in, if we don't put in a price to install, it will come up as not included on the quote. So again, it's very clear to the customer that this is not included within your quote. It is a very good idea to put in a lot of information here because it makes it very clear as to exactly what you are supplying. For instance, MK Logic, how much it's costing, and how much it's costing you to install it. Then there are no questions as to what service is being offered. Let us move down to quotes. Here we go. So here's a couple of quotes I did earlier. There is a small typo on that name there. Here we go. Quote by room. We've been messing around a bit earlier, so let's have a look at one of these quotes that we did. This is one that we did by room. If you'll notice over here, so this pendant light, we had a 0 in our toolbox, so it came up to supply. The client is supplying their own pendant lights at that point. So that is just a brief view of what's going on here. You can always view the markup at this point as well. You can, if you click that, you can open it up as a PDF. Over here, there's our legend of what's been used in this particular plan. There's our plan. Lovely, everything marked up. Not particularly neat, this one, because we just threw it together just for a bit of fun. This over here is our quote link. So if you click and copy this link, there we go, copy to clipboard, then this we can paste in our email and send it off to our client. They can then click on that link and it will bring them to this page here. Let us move down. Now moving down to account. This is our account, so if you pop all your details in here, there's your name, phone number, address, company name, company number, VAT number, etc. You'll notice they all have these little tabs, so if you want these to appear on your quote or to not appear on your quote, you just simply click the tabs. There's for your logo. Let's have a look at this point up here. So these are our details. Very important is documents. Now documents, these are documents you want to appear with your quotes. So for instance, if you want your insurance details to appear with your quote, or your affiliation details, things like you might be affiliated with the NIC or considered constructors, you may have your terms and conditions, various different things that you may want to add here, and then just by ticking a box it will add it to your quote. Down the bottom here, here's our welcome letter. You can tweak this welcome letter and this will change on your quote as well. You'll notice these double brackets here, this is just coding. This will automatically put your customer name into there, your project name into there, and your email into there, and your name into there automatically. That is the purpose of those. And we have report a bug, so if you come across any bugs or even any improvements or things that you would like to see in the future, you can send it to us and we will look through it and fix any bugs and look seriously at any suggestions you might have for us. Subscription, there we go. This just tells us about our subscription. I am currently in trial. That's what mine says there. And invoices, so once you go into subscription period, this will just bring up your invoices. These you can print off and send to your accountant, for instance. Down the bottom here we have logout, and that logs us out. And that brings us to the end of this video. And thank you very much.